Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We are back. We are back. We are back. OMG. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning again. Hey, Pamela Gamble. Good morning, my lady. As you see, I'm trying to do a lot. So if you don't know, I am finding different spots around the Bay Area to pray. And then I'm trying to do this at the same time. So doing a lot. But we are making strides. Before I jump in, I need to say it tonight too. Men's and women's meeting Saturday. Men's and women meeting Saturday, 9 o'clock at the building. Men and women meeting Saturday, 9 o'clock at the building. Yes. So we've done the court. We've done the circuit court. We have done out front of the building. We have done the hospital in Big Bend. So I got to do the police station. I got to do the fire department. So my plan is to go all around the Bay Area and pray at pivotal locations. So, always trying to be different, get outside the box, get outside the comfort zone. So it's a lot of work though, Lord, but to God be the glory. Okay, let's jump in, y'all. Let's jump in. Today, I'm talking about teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay. And I'm working on this with myself personally because oftentimes when you can do it, you often do it yourself. But you have to understand the value of your time, and it may be better for you to delegate than to do what you hate. Example, if you do things you do not like, you do them slowly. When you do things you do not like, you do them last. When you do things you do not like, you often procrastinate. So when you do it, you are not effective in doing it. So when you're not effective in doing it, you often mismanage your time. So here's a simple principle that I try to do most of the time. Do what I love, delegate what I hate. Do what I love, delegate what I hate. That's real simple. Why? When you love to do something, you do it well, you do it quickly, you do it efficiently, and you don't get tired of it. But when you do something you hate, you do it slowly, you do it last, and you don't do it well. Now, I hear you. But suppose I can't delegate it. Well, then do it quickly. But as you evolve and grow and learn, you have to understand that the value of your time. Example, I live on 1 acre, okay? That's not a big deal or a small deal, it's just a fact, okay? I don't have a lawnmower. Now, some in my neighborhood do have a lawnmower, but I personally do not have a lawnmower. If I were going to cut my yard, do my hedges, edge my lawn, deal with the yard waste, it's probably going to take me 3 to 4 hours, okay? Or I can pay a team member $50 to do it for me. What do you think is the best use of my time? Give $50 or give 3 or 4 hours away? I'm asking you the question. Okay, let's ask the question again. Laundry. I have 5 people in my house. It seems like it's like a million loads of laundry. Do I have a witness? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? So my wife and I can decide to spend a Saturday doing laundry and folding. Because you know it's about an hour or 35, 40 minutes in the washer, then the dryer. So each load is at least an hour. So each load to wash and dry and fold is at least an hour. It's probably a little bit more. So if you have 8 loads, that's 8 hours. That's your whole day. Or you can drop it off and give them $100. The choice is yours. So what we have to do is we have to understand the value of our time. Question, do you know your value? Question, do you know your value? Because if you knew your value, you would be able to determine what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Example, you make good money. Let's say you make $40 an hour, okay? So 40 times 40 is 1,600. 1,600 times 6,400 a month. You make about $75,000, $80,000. Example, okay, example. So if you make $40 an hour and you spend 8 hours on laundry, that's $320. You could have spent doing something else. Pay somebody 50, 80, $100 to do your laundry and do something else with your time. That makes you a better return on your investment. When we do things that are administrative in nature, you devalue yourself. You devalue yourself. So you need to delegate so that you can do things that give you a greater rate on return of your time, ROI. So right now, homework assignment. Write down the things that you do that you could delegate. Let's do it together. Let's do it as a team, y'all. Let's do it as a team. Put in the chat, what things are you doing right now that you can delegate? Let me give you one. Where my daughter goes to school from my house is 30 minutes without traffic, maybe 25 on a good day, okay? So to pick my daughter up, I have to drive there, pick her up, drive back. What is that worth to me? That's an hour. Got it? So some days I can do it. I'm already in the area. And when I cannot, I have to pay someone because that's a better value of my time. Now, I like dropping her off in the morning. It's part of our routine. But you have to identify some things, okay? Cleaning the house. Yes, Lord Jesus. I have that too. I have someone who comes and cleans the house. Why? Because my wife and I made an agreement. Now, you want to have food or you're going to have a clean house, but you're not going to have both. Now, I'm not saying the house is dirty. I'm just saying it's a lot. It's a lot. And you're not going to have both and both people working. So you have to make some decisions on what's important to you and valuable. Got it? So part of your evolution to grow your business and your life is to identify the things you can delegate. My brother in Texas, I love him. When I go teach in Texas, I hang out with him. He has a personal chef. Now, at one time, I said, why do you have that? And then she cooked. Glory to God. I said, explain this to me. He said, well, here's my thing, Jomo. I'm always running. I have a son and I don't cook. So I have a personal chef. I said, so what does it cost? He says, Jomo, it costs what a nice restaurant costs. I said, okay. So if you've ever been to Eddie V's of the Lord and you get a good entree and an appetizer and a dessert, you're going to be at about $150 or $200, give or take. You know, it could be a lot more or a little less. Okay. He says, go there twice, and that's what it cost me per week. I said, per week? Yeah. He says, what happens, she makes a meal, but while she's making this meal, she makes meals for the rest of the week. So I pay the price of 1 or 2 meals that I went to a restaurant, but she feeds me for the whole week. And it's already in my house. And what I do is she puts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on it. I said, really? He said, yeah. So I would go to a restaurant, pay $150, whatever, tip. And I looked at it, it was costing me about $500 a week to eat out. Whereas now I don't have to spend the time outside the house and the food comes to me and it's restaurant quality. I said, man, that's a good idea. Meaning there are ideas you can do to maximize your time. If you don't like to cook, most of you won't eat out anyway, but there may be a better way. So what I want you to do is understand and isolate things you could delegate. Now, if you have time, you love to cook, I'm not mad at you cook. All I'm saying is you have 24 hours. What things are you doing that are not worth your time? Pastor, how do I find out my time? Well, what is your salary for the year divided by amount of hours you work, and that's your value. You made 100,000, you made 50,000, you made 30,000. Whatever the number is, how much you made divided by how many hours you work, and that's your value. Now, you may think your value is more, but if you're not equating to more, then that's not your value. You better be real with yourself. So how many hours did you work? And divide the number you made divided by the hours you make, and that's your dollar per hour value. So when you figure out that number, don't do things that are below that number. Isn't that simple? Now, am I confusing y'all? Am I confusing y'all? Please help me. Is this too much? Because I want y'all to make sure I'm being clear with this so you understand how to get things off your plate. Now, if you're going to spend 8 hours doing laundry, do your side hustle, your business, write your book, do something that gives you value and pay for things that are less than your value. I'm not saying they're less than you. I'm saying they're less than your value when you do your highest dollar per hour activity. That makes sense? So that's how you separate yourself. And that's how you grow your net worth. Your net worth is grown by your network. So I surround myself with people who are further along. Most of the friends I spend time with are in their 50s. Okay, I'm in my 40s. Why? You want to surround yourself with people who are where you want to go. You want to surround yourself with people who are where you want to go. You want to surround yourself with people who are where you want to go. But oftentimes we surround ourselves with people on our level. If you surround yourself with people on your level, how will you learn the skills, the habits, and procedures that you need to get to the next level? You have to surround yourself with people on the next level. You don't want everyone in your team to be on your same level. Not saying you can't, but my point is, if you want to grow, you have to have a benchmark to which you stretch yourself for, to which you go to where you press yourself. It's how you separate yourself. Because if oftentimes we will surround ourselves with people on our level because they make us feel comfortable. They don't challenge us. That's why you see smokers hang out with smokers, drinkers hang out with drinkers, singles hang out with singles, meaning people will have a tendency to hang with people that make them feel comfortable. Miserable likes miserable. Frustrated likes frustrated. So You want to surround yourself with people who are striving because it's going to push you to strive, push you to grow, push you to excel. People ask me all the time, Pastor, you do a lot. Yeah, because I have goals. I'm working on my next book right now. I'm gonna be in the studio next week on my next audiobook, meaning I'm always pushing. And if you follow me, you will always see new stuff popping off. Right now, we have a new book. Right now, the prayer line, we're doing something new, going outside, meaning I'm always pushing the envelope because you never know where your breakthrough is. You cannot stand still and expect to evolve and grow. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. If you want something different, you have to do something different. Boy, oh boy, am I pushing y'all? I ain't trying to hurt your feelings. Really, really, really not trying to hurt your feelings. My whole goal is I want you to think differently. Find your value. Number one, find your value. What did you make last year and divide it by how many hours you worked? That is your dollar per hour value. Then identify things in your life that you currently do that you should not do. Then find entities, people, or businesses who can do it for you at a lower rate than you do it for yourself. It's arbitrage. It's simple. Find a better way. Netflix was better than going to Blockbuster Video. It's a better way. Streaming is easier than going to the movies. It's a better way. So treat your personal life like a business. Yeah, you're the CEO of Wow You, right? So if I am the CEO of Wow You, I need to manage my business better. I need to isolate my time and my efforts better. I was coaching a young lady, and she was a manager at a cell phone company, and she had money problems. And I said, sister, you could not be the manager of the region and manage their money bad. She's like, of course not. I said, so how are you going to manage their money better than you manage your money? Okay, let me say it another way. How are you going to manage the work or your boss's time better than you manage your time? See, the company knows your value. That's why they gave you a salary. So the question is, if you could make your salary, what would you make it? Well, you're going to have to identify. You're going to have to identify if you are maximizing your value. Boy, oh boy. Well, I hope I helped somebody today. I know I went into deep water, but I hope you got it. Because if you get this, it will change your life. Because the difference between a millionaire and a thousandaire is how they use their time. And if you can use more of your time on your highest dollar per hour activity, you will get a raise. Real talk. Real talk. If you could spend more of your time doing the things that make you the most money versus doing the things that waste the most time. Now, I'm not saying the yard work is a waste of time. You have to do it, or you have to pay somebody. I'm not saying cleaning the house. I'm not saying laundry. I'm not saying, all I'm saying is, could someone do it for you cheaper than you are doing it for yourself? I love y'all. Business 101. This is how you make it. I'm talking to millionaires. I'm talking to millionaires. If you're not there yet, I'm talking to millionaires. This is how you think. All right. I love you. Have a great day. God bless and Godspeed. Bye-bye. By the way, we're coming to the end of this mindset session. If you need a book, let me know. Go to my website. It's at the bottom of the screen, jomocousins.com. And